Alright, me and my friend Darren, he's a trawler next door to me. We built this barge. It's a 8 by 12 foot barge. It's sitting on 6 55-gallon drums, and the outside is 2 by 12s, and those go all the way around the boat. And then the inside are 2 by 8s for the framing inside, and then of course the plywood is 3/4 inch plywood. Now that's regular plywood because we'd have to go all the way to New Orleans, about a 120-mile trip to get marine plywood. So what we did was we just put a couple coats of Thompson's water seal on the bottom, a couple coats on the top, and it's waterproof, so it'll stay that way for a long time. If it gets a little rough, we just hit it with a water sealer again. And we just built cleats on the ends there, and you can see the cleats down there. And now it does have a tendency that when you step on this down here, it sinks a lot. So what I did was I took a couple of these metal straps and hooked them up over the rail, and then they tie down to the cleat, and that way when you step down, it doesn't have a tendency to drop so much. So that works good. So I got one on this end. I'm getting ready to put one on that end down there. So it's turned out really good. And the stringers that we used, they were 2 by 8s, and what we did was we notched them for each one of the barrels. There's a set of barrels here, there's one in the center, and then there's 2 on the end, 2 in the center, 2 here, so there's 6 barrels all together. And they sit on the ends with the filler caps sitting on outside, so that if we really wanted to, we could actually sink this barge by just adding water to the tanks. But it's sitting real good, and so I'm going to be using it to work on this side here to finish it up. You can see I got my last section in. I just haven't painted it yet, but I got to sand it and paint it. But the tow rail and all that's in. And then that's my friend Darren's boat right there. That's a 36-foot trawler, and what he's doing is he's as you can see, the yellow stripe up top there, he painted all that. It was blue. And then this bottom stripe, he's painted the back stripe, and he's going to be painting the big bottom stripe down there. But they're in the Bahamas now for about 4 or 5 months. They got a sailboat in the Bahamas, and so they stay on the sailboat during the winter, which is smart. Who the hell wants to stay in Louisiana during a cold-ass winter? It's getting 75, 80 during the daytime, but it's getting down to 50s at night. This weekend they're talking about getting down into the 30s at night, and only about the 60s during the daytime, which is, it's okay. It's not bad. I'm from Minnesota, man. This is like summertime up here. So that's basically what we're doing. So we got the barge built. She's sitting real good, and gonna start working on this side right here. So that's it for this video. Say goodnight, Mel. Good night.